reasons that I have listed, if I should die by foul play, you can look to two people, my wife, Bobbie Brock, and her lover, Rick Weber. They are to blame.
Beyond receiving this tape in the mail, do you know anything else that may help us solve this murder?
Nothing at all, except I am aware that Brock had a lot of enemies.
Yeah. Well, thank you for bringing this tape by. I may need to talk to you again.
Great. My card.
Thank you.
Well, what do you know?
Boy, the work's just starting, Bert.
It's just starting, but where do we start first?
All right. The apartment manager of Brock's building. Get him in here for some questions. Terry said that lobby door was locked. I want to know why.
Well, what about Rick Weber and Bobbie?
Get them both in here as soon as possible.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, this is Dr. Weber. Yes, operator. Patch me through, please.
Rick, it's Robert Scorpio.
Robert, what can I do for you?
I'd like to see you as soon as possible. How's your time?
I'm free right now.
Good. Could you come down to headquarters immediately?
That urgent?
Yeah. It's about Brock.
Because you're an old softy, and he knows exactly how to take advantage of it.
I walked out on him, didn't I?
Yeah, but instead of thinking you did a good thing, you've been kicking yourself.
Well, I've been thinking maybe I should have stuck it out longer.
Oh, honey, he's treated you like dirt, and it's not the first time.
Look, don't try this, not without some professional help. Don't do it alone.
Rick, I am a professional.
Not in this field, you are not.
This field that we're talking about happens to be my marriage. Nobody knows DL better than I do.
And in your particular case, it may be too close. That may not be an advantage for you.
DL is not going to sit down and talk to a marriage counselor. Besides, you'd take the poor guy's head off.
Well, better his head than your pretty little head.
Rick.
What?
It's my problem. I have to work it out. I gotta go.
Bobbie. Something serious. Somebody could get killed.
Where are you going? You're going to call some friends? We got a private party here. You're not going to call anyone. You're not going to call anyone.
Terry, run. Get help. I can't leave. The gun is on. Get help. I can handle it. Go.
You can handle it? Go. Can you handle it? Where is she going?
Bobby. Terry, I'm sorry. What happened?
I did what you told me. I told him the truth, just the way I saw it.
What now? Hello?
That you, Bobby?
Hello, Robert.
You're going to have to come down to my office immediately.
Oh, Robert, can it wait? Terry just got back, and I really...
This can't wait. Something of vital importance has come up.
I certainly don't want to overstep the boundaries of protocol.
There's no need to tiptoe around this, Ginny. You want an extra edge in this investigation for your station. Am I right?
More or less.
Yeah, but more is preferable, right?
More if it's available.
Well, in a murder investigation like this one, there's your normal run-of-the-mill information. However, there are certain out-of-the-ordinary elements starting to surface.
I see.
But it's early yet. We've just begun.
I understand. I understand you got your procedures to follow. Believe me, I do understand the legalities of the whole procedure.
Not that I don't have some discretion.
Well, thanks anyway. I guess if I have to join the pool of small press people, I can deal with it.
Scratching for crumbs like the rest, huh?
I live with it. It's all right. Commissioner, thank you for letting me put in my pitch, though.
Ginny, I have to say that I like the way you work.
Thank you.
And you know, this might be interesting.
What's that?
Working with you on this one. My rules, of course.
Of course.
You would be privy to certain things that came up.
Uh-huh.
Things that would have to remain off the record, you understand?
Of course. And with that kind of perspective, it could give me a good jumping-off point for some background stories.
Right.
Histories.
Exactly where you'd have the edge on the rest. Like, for example, I have to interview a group of people today who had business dealings with D.L. Brock.
Oh, I'd like to get my hands on that list.
Yeah, well, it includes you. These people didn't exactly consider D.L. Brock their man of the year.
Yeah, well, I guess it's quite a list then.
True.
Now, Commissioner, now that I think about it, on second thought, I don't think it's a good idea for me to be involved in my own on-the-air show.
All right, then. Well, what about the scene of the crime?
What about it?
Well, we're opening up D.L. Brock's penthouse today and sealing it. You could have your cameras there. As a matter of fact, what are you off for time today? The coroner's report is due through this afternoon. Or maybe, why don't you leave now? Come back in a few hours. That'll be it.
Sounds perfect.
Be a good start for you.
All right. Thanks, Commissioner.
Yes.
Bert, I trust that Rick and Bobbie have been put in separate rooms as I wanted.
Separate but equal, right?
Good. Send them in now.
Excuse me, I'm with Radio WRPC. Things seem pretty quiet on the Brock case, don't you think?
Rick!
What are you doing here, Bobbie?
I wasn't expecting to see you here either.
What's going on?
Robert didn't say.
Didn't tell me to just get down here on the double.
Okay, that's enough. Let's go. Rick, what are you doing here?
I don't know. And Bobbie's in the dark as much as I am.
Listen, I don't understand.
Robert asked us to come down. Please, don't worry.
Please sit down.
What's going on, Robert?
That's my question, too. Why are we here?
Something I want you both to listen to.
Hey, baby! Your music man has arrived.
I thought you were going to call.
Oh, I decided to do this in person. The show's about 7 o'clock taping. Listen, I brought a tape by. It's got the song I sang to you at the party the other day, plus a few new ones, and I want you to listen to it. And I want your honest opinion. Well, Felicia's anything if she's honest.
I'm glad you brought the tape because I'm not going to be able to hear you sing it.
Why not?
I just can't.
What do you mean you just can't? You telling me that your class is more important?
Well, yeah, it's important. It's a priority right now. And I have to do this Mayan project.
Oh, Mayan. Why didn't you say so? That is important.
Very.
I've got an idea. Donald is going to Mexico, right?
Yeah?
Well, why don't you have him do all your research there on the spot? You name it, Mayan, Aztec, anything you want. Maybe it'll keep him down there permanently.
It's not funny.
All right, seriously then. Maybe he'll break a leg, or fall in love, or get amnesia, or something, or all of the above. Baby, I'm singing this song to you. I'm going to be looking in the front row, center seat. And if you're not there, I'm going to feel like an idiot.
Oh, ready to go? So you taking?
I'm sorry.
What if I hadn't come by? What excuse were you going to use on the phone, Felicia? Which one?
You're going to be taping every week, and I'll be there. This is only going to be for a couple of days, and I've got to do it.
Oh, I know. Your studies, your heritage. Well, I am totally sick of that obsession.
It's my work. I have to do it.
Well, I don't like you doing it in Mexico.
I'm going. You can like it or not. Well, what?
Are we still on?
Oh, yeah, of course. You're a fan of Frisco, right? Mm-hmm. Play That's Why I'm Gone.
Rick Weber and my wife not only were together as I've described every chance they got at the hospital, but brazenly carried on their relationship in public. I've walked into the hospital cafeteria and found them openly embracing, for example. Also under the pretense of shopping for a jacket for me, my wife bought clothes for Dr. Weber as a gift. I found them at Wyndham's department store on one occasion. The look on Bobbie's face when I walked in was one of pure guilt that she'd been discovered, and her
This is outrageous, Robert. Nothing on that tape is true.
I know that, and you know that.
Brock knew that, too. Robert, he had to be out of his mind.
I don't think you have to convince Robert.
Look, please. Let's listen to the rest of the tape, all right?
But to anyone who saw her, the list goes on. To the long list of incidents, to final notes. On New Year's Eve, Bobbie and Rick spent the night together at the Weber home, while Mrs. Weber and their son Mike were out of town. This love affair not only poisoned my marriage, but my own relationship with my daughter Terry. Bobbie and Rick conspired to keep me away from her when Terry was severely ill and confined to the hospital. There was no doubt that they wanted me out of the picture, were determined to bring this about. I am deeply afraid that Bobbie and Rick will go to any lengths to clear the way for their relationship to continue. And so, for all the reasons that I have listed, if I should die by foul play, you can look to two people, my wife, Bobbie Brock, and her lover, Rick Weber. They are to blame.
Robert, I don't believe this, and I don't think you can allow any kind of credence to this at all. It's insane.
Bobbie, I'd like you to stay. Rick, you can go now.
I prefer to wait for Bobbie, thank you.
Please, bear with me.
Rick, what is it?
Come here.
What? What is it? I'm going out of my
Brock left
mind.
the tape. The tape said that if anything ever happened to him, it was because of Bobbie and myself. What? I mean, he listed instances of times, no, in his own words, times that he caught us together.
What are you going to do? What are we going to do?
He's going to carry on. Look, I'm not going to let him mess things up. I have surgery in just about an hour. I'm going to the hospital. I'm going to perform that surgery. I'm going to wipe this out of my mind. So are you.
I don't know if I can do that.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You do it. You just do your job, all right?
I will.
We both will. Bobbie's in there alone to face this.
Robert, you know him.
Go on.
He was crazy. He wanted to ruin people. I mean, it was like a career with him. I mean, you know the way he was when he tried to ruin Rick, when Delise closed down. And he was so angry at Luke. I wasn't allowed to mention Luke's name around the house. Robert, your hair would stand on end if I told you about the people that he tried to ruin. The way he would lose his temper at the slightest little thing.
Bobbie, come on now. Calm down.
I can't. There is nothing on that tape that is true.
Were you with Rick on each of those occasions?
So what? You don't believe Brock's distortions, do you? Robert, do you?
Look, let's set aside the tape for the moment, huh?
What's next?
Well, you're going to go home and get some rest.
I don't believe this is happening to me.
Bobbie, can I give you some of my best advice?
Sure.
Get yourself a lawyer. A damn good lawyer.
Coming up next on 330, the inimitable Dr. Ruth Westheimer will answer your questions about sex.